There's...
The mission is quiet, please.
Oh, alright,
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
so, there's 5 missions for every mansion, right?
In the last one, I think it's 4.
Oh,
Or
okay.
the second to last one.
Okay.
So quiet.
Yes, sir.
Everyone, you know, that Ryan guy, he gets it right. Everyone quiet.
Okay.
Oh, man.
So, anyway, this is the mission where we get the dark light, right?
Yep.
Okay, so one minor thing about this game. Are you getting all the booze?
I'm getting every boo from this mission on. I don't go back to get the first 2, because the only thing getting all the booze in the area get you is an extra mission, which is basically just a score attack.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. I remember that from the game. Yeah, so that's really kind of annoying that you have to replay the first 2 missions to get the booze. I'm also just not really a fan of how they do the booze in this one as opposed to the original. Trying to catch them isn't nearly as satisfying, but we'll go more into that once we actually see one of the little... Because it's hard to
No,
explain.
God, I'm trying to pick things up. There's a gold bar right there.
It's going to disappear soon. Hang up. I was kind of hoping you could pick up the knight's helmet and just put it on.
No, although this is one of the most cryptic gems in the game.
Oh, you have to shoot the knight's helmet at the knight?
The knight's
Portrait?
picture, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't even, I'm guessing you looked up a guide to find all of those then.
Well, no, I found them all by myself the first time. It's just, this is a complete gem run.
How long did it take you to find that one?
That one was a long time. I just spent, at some point, I just kind of gave up and just tried to do something with the helmet. 'Cause I'm like, well, if it came off, I can obviously use it for something.
I would just conclude that it's for comical effect, not actually something you need to find something. But okay.
Yeah, that secret is a bit obtuse, if only because the portrait of the knight's helmet that you're supposed to shoot the actual helmet into is way up high off screen. So...
Hello, gold, greenie, even though you're gold.
These are the ones that give you all the extra money, right?
Yeah, they're essentially like the blue ghosts from the first game.
Okay.
I kind of like how when you suck the yellow ghosts up, money comes out of the vacuum, and you need to put it back in the vacuum.
Now imagine if the Ghostbusters like collected their money in the same containment unit that they stored the ghost in. How would they ever get it out?
Determination.
That's why she opened the trap. She just wanted her paycheck.
Son of a bitch, you're right. You're absolutely right. Never thought about it that way.
Are you talking about the new Ghostbusters movie?
Yeah, that's what I was referencing.
Oh, okay.
Here come the
Never
flood of
seen
comments.
Patrick Swayze's Ghost.
See, I was trying to sneak that under the radar so that nobody who had actually not watched it would have an excuse to complain, but now the comment section is going to be a war zone.
Okay, well, I'm gonna say it again. I liked that movie. It was funny.
Let's not start.
You're not allowed to say that, Ted. You're not allowed to say that.
Okay. One thing. Okay, so I'm not really a huge fan of how the game controls, but I will say that I do like the little extra bit of damage you can do to the ghosts with the A button thing, especially when you get the ability to
stack them.
Yeah, to stack them, and it's like a little bit of a do I wait, do I do it now? I like that addition to the gameplay. I think it's pretty.
There's more of a physical crunch to the flashlight in this game. In the original, you clicked it on like a real flashlight. The ghost would get stunned by it, and that's all she wrote. But this one, it's almost like a flashbang.
I don't like having to charge it up though. I prefer just like turning it on, and then having them be like surprised by it. I guess if that makes sense. It takes a little bit too much time for me to charge it, but that's a minor nitpick, I admit.
Yeah, I can see what you mean. It's
like the sound effect almost sounds like you're taking their picture with like a really old-fashioned, 20th century camera.
So Luigi's Mansion Fatal Frame crossover.
Wasn't that essentially how the camera in Sonic Unleashed worked? just you flashed it at something, and the evil spirits were so startled by the flash that they just got stunned.
Yeah, but the only payoff for the camera in Sonic Unleashed was for Night of the Werehog, because I do not remember what the hell the camera was used in the original game.
You don't remember what the camera was used for in Sonic Unleashed?
I mean, ultimately it's for the credits slideshow, but
It was there was a sort of a side quest thing where Dark Gaia spirits were possessing town NPCs.
yeah. See, that's why I don't remember it, because I
Yeah.
didn't bother.
You flash the camera at them, it triggers a werehog fight, and then you move on. You make the
You take a
townspeople
picture and you
happy
beat someone up.
Yeah, and sometimes sometimes you would have to do that to unlock other town missions. It was more satisfying by far than the town stuff in, say, Sonic 06, but still not anything particularly amazing. The kitchen in these old mansion settings is always one of the creepiest rooms.
Well, there's the most amount of stuff there.
Yeah, but like, a kitchen is a place where the stuff you eat is being made. Logically, it's the room you'd want to keep the cleanest. And yet, it never is.
Well, the whole thing is that the entire house is in disarray. So, you know, it's not clean because nothing is clean.
Hey, at least the gold bar's in pristine condition. Hey!
Yeah, but you know, if it's an abandoned house, there's not going to be stuff all set up in the kitchen.
Hey, the ghosts can probably eat. I mean, they probably care about that sort of thing. They're just not in the right mind right now because the Dark Moon's broken up.
You mean the Waluigi moon?
Yeah, you see, it breaks and everyone goes all fucking Waluigi.
Oh, this guy! I remember hating this guy. The orange jackass.
This is one of those super smug, smart ghosts.
Also,
I like the piano theme, though.
yeah, but that poor piano is being played so hard it's breaking everything.
Yeah, the keys are kind of just floating in unison.
The piano's playing itself. Huh.
But this is not even really considered our first boss. It's more of a mini-boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is probably one of the closest things to the
Portrait ghosts.
Yeah, to the portrait ghosts that we see.
I still never figured out the actual pattern to this.
You were supposed to like suck up the. I know you're supposed to suck up the books. I think.
Well, honestly, what you're doing right there, it works just fine.
Yeah.
You flash it once, it covers itself with the book, and then it drops the book. And if you follow immediately with another flash, then you're gonna capture it.
Oh god, there's more than one.
For some
Yeah,
reason.
Ryan's got this in the bag. Because I think the corner strategy still works in this game.
Yeah, nothing can hit you there.
Yeah.
The
or
problem is
nothing
getting
gives you
yourself-
much feedback.
Yeah. The problem is getting it set up in that correct position in the first place. But
I think every time you fill out the meter and hit the A button, you're guaranteed to drain at least 10 HP from the ghosts.
Pretty much,
Yeah.
yeah.
oh, there you are, and wrecked. No more silly piano playing here.
I'm more of a ukulele man.
Those
is that-
This game and that game don't really have anything to do with each other.
Not that ukulele. The other ukulele.
Yes, Luigi, you indeed did do it.
This is the story of how Luigi did it.
The ranks mean absolutely nothing, though, so don't pay attention to them whatsoever.
You're just
not true.
You're just trying to ignore the fact that you didn't get all 3-star run.
Yeah, so if you didn't get them all, the ranks don't mean anything. But if you got a perfect score, you're the best.
No, I
See your
never cared.
folly.
I never cared about the ranks in these games.
Sometimes they were just games that have ranking systems where the ranking system is not very compelling, either because the gameplay style itself just doesn't hit you in that way where you want to rank at it, or because the actual difficulty of the ranking system is kind of crap, like, say, DMC Devil May Cry, where no matter what I do, I rarely ever seem to rank below A.
I think a part of it depends on whether or not there's incentive for getting higher ranks.
There's no incentive for it in this game, and ultimately the means that calculates it is kind of crap, because obviously it takes into account how much health you lose, but both time and treasure you get are accounted for how you get the ranks, so basically you're sacrificing time for exploring for more money, or you're sacrificing money to finish it really quickly, so...
Well, incentive is nice, but myself personally, I don't usually think of incentive when deciding whether or not to go the distance. The actual act of getting an S rank or an A rank, whatever the highest rank is, has to be its own reward for me, you know?
Well, one
Otherwise, I don't
interesting
really want to bother.
Well, one interesting thing about the original Luigi's Mansion is that it's one of the few games where getting the worst rank was a challenge in and of itself. Because you find enough money along the way that you're not gonna that you're probably gonna get an A rank just from playing normally, you know.
Oh, there's only one other game that I can think of that has that niggle to it, and that's Mass Effect 2, where you actually have to actively try to get all your squad mates killed if you want the worst ending.
Oh, it's the next mission where we get the Dark Light device. Okay.
Oh no.
This is one where you put two of them into one mission because they're so short.
The first one was 10 minutes, so...
Yeah.
I was wondering why it suddenly looked like a part that I had edited.
Unfortunately, this game has a bit of weird pacing in that regard, so...
Oh,
there will be the occasional really long part.
Yeah, I had plenty of those moments during my last couple projects.
What we need to do is become a ghost ourselves and walk through walls.
Boo, Luigi. Wonderful.
Luigi.
Wasn't that one of the boos' name in the original Luigi's Mansion?
I'm pretty sure I got it from somewhere, so I'm going to assume yes. Dude, the door just faded like it was a fucking illusion. What if this whole mansion is an illusion?
Well, no, it's kind of funny because Gad brings up that it just turns them invisible. They're still there, so Luigi can still use the door.
No, there's a wall there now, Ryan.
But the door is still there.
It doesn't exist?
What if this is one of those haunted houses that is actually a house made of ghostly matter entirely? Where it's like the house could come alive and just end you at any moment, but it doesn't because it's toying with you.
No, it doesn't, because then there'd be no game. The house needs to make a profit.
Oh,
They are the developer of this game.
Well, the house is losing money because we're stealing its pocket change right and left. So
No. The ghosts are losing money. The ghosts live here. They don't actually own the house.
I think our
they're on a
metaphor is
mortgage.
kind of falling apart here, guys.
No, you're falling apart.
Oh, that's a different matter entirely.
I think this will all be remedied if you guys watched Patrick Swayze's Ghosts.
What is it with you and Patrick Swayze anyway, John?
It's the first movie I think of when I think of ghosts besides Ghostbusters.
And Ghostbusters is too easy.
Well, I think we made more than enough Ghostbusters references in the original Luigi's Mansion commentary.
Well, we can't exactly help it. We're playing a game about a slightly unfit guy in overalls running around with a vacuum cleaner trapping
We
ghosts.
talk about Luigi's the peak of physical perfection.
In the Mushroom Kingdom, anyway.
Guys,
Oh, yeah, when you compare Toads and
Wario is
Koopas.
very buff. Okay, I don't know what you guys are talking about.
He's got better arms than I do.
I've got anchor arms.
Now I'm a jerk, and everyone loves me.
And I was always a jerk.
But now everyone loves me.
Man, You remember that time a guy caught 3 ghosts in a vacuum cleaner, and it was like years before this game, or the original Luigi's Mansion? And we all thought that was dumb, mostly because Fatso said this sucks on the way in.
No, but see, that's the reason why it was so great, because they spent so long setting up that punchline. That's right, one of these ghosts needs to turn into a Reebok product placement and kick Luigi in his face.
Now that I think about it, the Ghostbusters did make a cameo in that Casper movie.
Dan Aykroyd made a cameo in the Casper movie. And we don't talk about that cameo.
What's wrong with it?
Ghostbusters wouldn't have problems capturing the 3 ghosts. I just think so.
No, okay, it was only okay, first off, Dan Aykroyd was the only one there, and I have a easy enough time believing that Ray would have trouble catching 3 ghosts on his own, because he doesn't contribute anything ever. So, yeah.
It's kind of depressing. Dan Aykroyd was the only one there because I don't want to make a Ghostbusters 3.
So you got the dark light, which is an oxymoron, but hey, whatever.
Yeah, it's kind of like light shadow.
Yeah.
Isn't there a technical term along those lines?
What, a dark light?
A black light?
A black light, yeah, I guess would be the closest thing. But black lights are usually generally one color of a spectrum. The dark light is clearly
Rainbow.
all colors of the rainbow.
Yeah, the black lights are just stuff you see in, like, those neon bowling alleys and things like that.
Cosmic bowling. Haven't done that in years.
I must be thinking of dark rooms then, now that I think about it. You know, for developing film, that thing nobody ever does anymore because we have digital cameras.
Nah, man, developing film, like, you gotta do it the old-fashioned way, otherwise it's not legit, brah.
Oh, there are advantages and disadvantages to film as opposed to digital, and vice versa.
It's certainly easier to edit film with digital.
Yeah. There are certain quirks to image quality that are still, I guess you could say better in film format, which is why some movie directors still insist on shooting in film, in that they don't even technically need to do that anymore.
So, the dark light. Essentially our means of revealing invisible objects.
Yeah.
And finding shit on the floor. Because you can also use the track polterpups. Well, polterpup, I guess, in this single player's case.
I don't mind the dark light, but I don't know it's just kind of there, I guess, to me a lot of the time. Like, you'll notice when something's weird, and then you'll spray there's never a point where I felt like it was used in a super creative way, I guess, if that makes any sense. I don't really remember it anyway.
The doghouse leads to a pocket dimension.
Wait, what? I've never seen this before.
Yeah, and occasionally in missions you can find essentially what are little bonus mini games. This is technically the first one. So, there should be something in the middle. Use the dark light and boom, there you go.
I have never seen these things before. That is...
Yeah, it's like Luigi's Mansions. You know those little mini games you got in Galaxy 2?
Oh,
Drop
those
into a little
things.
pocket dimension.
Okay.
Get yourself some 1-ups. Only in this game it's cash.
Okay.
Because Luigi knows what really matters.
Yeah. Every once in a while there may be a gem in one, though, so... Back inside, because it's wet out.
I will say the mansion itself has a really great design to it overall.
And this is only the first one. Yeah, how many mansions are there total? 5?
5
Yeah.
mansions. This is probably
5
my favorite
mansions.
aesthetically, just because I'm a fan of the classic spooky mansion vibe.
So we're gonna be changing up themes.
Yep.
Yeah, there's going to be the desert mansion.
It's not second,
Jungle
though.
mansion. The mountain mansion. Don't ask.
And then there's the even
Don't ask.
spookier mansion.
Yes. Then there's the Spencer Mansion. Oh, Lewis got it.
No, I got it. It just wasn't funny. Luigi would so get killed there.
You know, with Resi 7 on the way, it could be.
That bat just burst into flames.
Dark.
Good.
Or, I mean, bright, I guess. Fire is bright, but whatever.
If only I could move the barbecue over.
If only there was some way I could suck up fire without it going out.
What? Hey, Gad, what happened to the amulet thing I had?
Yabo yabo onumba.
Alright, fuck you. I know you can speak perfect English. Answer my question.
Seriously, having a flamethrower would be handy for you right about now.
Or at least a lighter. Matches.
Oh, that's dangerous, Luigi.
Some flint.
Oh boy. When I saw that for the first time, I was like, fuck me. It's like I knew the booze were going to be involved somewhat, you know, because of the opening cinematic, but it's like I was hoping the booze stuff wouldn't be back from the original.
It's not the same way, though.
No, it's not, to this game's credit.
The thing is that I like the booze more in the original than in this one, oddly enough. Like, it's annoying how they would, like, go through walls and then it would take forever to find them, granted. But, at the same time, I'm not a fan of how you fight the booze in this one very much.
The booze also looks stupid in this game.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of their design too much either, I agree.
Not they redesigned the booze?
Kinda?
Kind of. You'll see
It's-
when we get to one.
Yeah.
Ooh, suspense. But it's appropriate. So, I want to mention.
We're gonna find it soon. That's the goal of this mission, is to find that little fucker.
Yeah, more or less.
They're all optional after this point.
There's the occasional quote-unquote mandatory one, but they're few and far between. They're just there to give you bonus stuff.
Yeah, if you find all the booze in an area, you get an extra mission where you do the
Score attack.
A score attack, which are fun but kind of unnecessary. Really, though, I mean, I kind of preferred the way that the old game did it, and where it was just like you found a new one in every room. Well, although in the old game it was necessary to find booze that often because it was the only convenient way to save, but whatever.
Well, you didn't like backtracking the toads?
Not really. Who needs those little assholes anyway?
They're in this game.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
I detect a hint of consternation.
There's no stars out in the sky. That's constellation, Luigi.
Goddamn bats.
Oh, but they give you money. I mean, I love bats. Can't get enough of those bats. Bats.
So how often do you get stuck in this playthrough? Because even if I've played...
This was the only big one.
Okay, because it's whenever I play a game like this, no matter how many times I've played it, I still get stuck on some of these kinds of puzzles. So
I more forgot whether I was supposed to go downstairs or upstairs. So.
Oh, okay.
Ow, fucker. Jesus, alright, I'll give you cash. Don't flash that light again.
Man. Well, you say bats that give you money, but you haven't lived until you've shot a crow in the forest and gotten a hand grenade for your trouble.
Why am I in that kind of game?
What's Luigi got to do with a hand grenade?
Oh, he'll find a way.
I mean, if it was a traditional Mario game, yeah, we can talk. In fact, let's talk a lot. But in this game, I don't see a hand grenade doing much.
Oh, I don't know.
I can make the ghost steader.
Maybe an incendiary grenade.
In a game that never came to be, it seemed like Leon was totally capable of hurting ghosts with physical weaponry. Not really sure how that worked, to be honest. Like, I know there was some...
Oh, well, you're talking about the Hookman version, right?
Yeah.
Wait, did he shoot that ghost?
I think he did.
Wait. I'm glad that game was canceled. No, I'm kidding.
It's effective against living and unliving things.
Things, yeah.
And against hallucinations, apparently, because that was, from what my understanding, the plot of Resi 3.5 was there's some sort of virus
Drugs.
that that causes hallucinations or something.
Now, if you're gonna have a statue made of yourself, I don't know why I'd have one with a little helicopter backpack or something.
He was a big fan of Inspector Gadget.
Speaking of Umbrella Corporation, that's exactly the kind of shit Umbrella pulled with their mansion.
Go Egad.
Egad.
Go Egad backpack? I don't know. Yabo Yabo. Odumba.
Yeah, like I say Inspector Gadget. You know, one of the syllables in Gadget is Gad. Inspector Egad. Holy shit, like I think I can do something with this. I just need a song.
Dun, 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 dun. Inspector Egad. Suki.
Yabo Yabo helicopter blades.
I liked that ghost with the pot helmet on his head and a rolling pin for a sword.
Yeah, that's...
Those guys are annoying, though, because they block your light, so...
I will say I do like that about the ghosts, is that they change up how you have to beat them very frequently. So, combat is a puzzle in and of itself a lot of the time.
Yeah, the most the original would ever get is you would fight different variations of ghosts, but that's all it was. In this game, the same type of ghost will spruce things up.
I will say that one annoying thing about the Dark Light is that until you power it up, it doesn't feel like you have close to enough.
Yeah.
It doesn't take long to recharge, though. It's just more of it's just a slight pace breaker. If you don't use it effectively enough.
It's just the only thing that has a time limit to it, which seems kind of weird considering that you never need to use it to fight ghosts at any point, so...
Well, they help you. Like on those shielding ones, you can use the dark light on them and it'll actually force them to appear, so you can strobe them.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that.
So I can what?
You know, for a ghost, you're the godly solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna make him things invisible. That'll show him.
Yeah, there's something a little more static about the boos in this game compared to the original on the GameCube. Luigi was temporarily inside that table for a second.
I don't have a clear enough memory to say. I mean, they look expressive enough, but I don't exactly remember how the original game played them.
I think it's because memory serves it correctly, because it has been a while since I revisited Dark Moon, but they don't have that ethereal glow.
Yeah, they're just they're just marshmallows in this game.
They're marshmallows. That's exactly it. They're marshmallows.
I'm not a fan of how you fight them though, where you just kind of get them to bounce along the walls. It's not as satisfying, I think. I mean,
it's pretty satisfying if you get them in like a really tight space and they just bounce 1,000 times in a second.
I guess. I mean, granted, I know that in the original, like the boos had like 400 health at some points, which was obnoxious. But I liked chasing them around. It felt satisfying to get one in that instance. Where here it's just kind of a scavenger hunt, and I'm not as big of a fan.
Mission complete.
You didn't get the mission accomplished, Luigi.
But I'm not in on that.
Wait, what? I don't get that one. Oh shit, the part's not over there.
No, it's not. Shit, we gotta fill the minutes time.
Well, we still have to listen to Egad talk a little bit.
Oh, Luigi, what do you think about merchandising?
Oh, that's one thing
Read
that
it.
I'm really annoyed by. I can't. For some reason, I didn't get the. There was one of the only good things that Club Nintendo had for rewards in its last couple of years was the Luigi's Mansion statue, and that thing sold out within like 5 minutes. And,
Yeah. I wanted that.
yeah. I don't think I had enough. I think I might have had enough. I might have had enough points to get it, but I don't really remember because it's been forever. But yeah.
Hey, you could probably find it on eBay.
For like $1,000 probably.